Talking to GT, he's just going to talk us through his drag out for the short corner. So Glenn, just tell us how you're setting yourself up and what you're looking for.
Yeah, well, I think for me the most important things for us are speed and accuracy, obviously. That ball has to be accurate to the mark so that the trappers don't have to move too much, and also speed has to be good to give the flickers as much time as possible, because as you see these days, running out is so good that a lot of flicks get run down. So for us, it's a lot of work back in Perth, you know, maybe hitting targets or things like that with the speed guns out as well. So we're aiming to get around 90 k's an hour or something like that. Is where we're building up to at the moment. So a lot of practice, but it's something you can practice by yourself as well. So you don't need anyone else there. You just set up a couple of cones or set up something at target, and just go for it. So
the actual technique, how are you balancing your weight? Are you on the front foot, the back foot? How are you redistributing? What's happening?
Yeah, well, I do it a little bit different. I'm a bit further away from the ball, as you can see, than a lot of other guys who are closer. I feel like it gives me more power, a bit wider, but it depends how flexible you are, and that I'm a bit less flexible than some. So for me, that suits. I try not to. I try to put a lot of the weight on the front foot before I go, because I don't want to give any cues to the runners. So that's one thing that I've definitely worked on in the past, and same as head up, head down. Always look where I'm pushing before I push the ball, so it doesn't give them a cue to look when I look back down at the ball or anything like that. So I set up, get my stick in the right position. I look at the trap first, where I'm going to push. I look back at the ball, get my stick exactly in the position that I want to push it, shoulders towards where I'm aiming. Then I look up, focused on the point where I want the ball to go, and then obviously try not to move too much before. As you can see, it's a little in slow motion, a little movement, but you're trying to get the least movement as possible, give the runners the less time. So I change it up a little bit. Sometimes I push through the push and walk through, and sometimes I just rip using sort of upper body strength, and that way I can mix it up as well, and give just again less cues, and you don't want people to know exactly how you push all the time, because again if it's something a giveaway, then they can use it to get their runners half a second quicker, which in the end makes all the difference.
Are you starting slow and building power through, or are you trying to go sort of full out from the start?
Well, that's I think you try to go full out from the start, but I think you're always going to see it's a little bit, there's a little bit of collecting the ball and moving through the ball. If you could just grab it and rip as hard as you can, it'd be nice. But I think you always have the ball on your stick for a little bit and then rip through. So that's how I do it. And like I said, there's a lot of different, similar techniques but different. Some are closer to the ball, some have a wider stance. But yeah, this is what I found, and the way I found this, because I used to try to push like everyone else, but then when you do have the speed guns and you do have the targets, you sort of find a way that works for you. I think it's the same with flicking. You see so many different techniques in the world, and if you get taught exactly the same one as someone else, you might not be very good at it. But then, as you can see, guys like Jackson and Tom Boone, and even our guys have all Sorello, have all different techniques, but they're all very effective. So I think it's the same with pushing out.
Your drag out, is that, are you going for a straight line, or are you sort of slightly arcing your
Well, I think
stick?
mine actually arcs in towards me. A lot of guys, again, if you close it, I've seen guys come around. Mine, I think, comes a bit closer. You see, after I do a few, you see on the turf where the line is, mine comes a little bit closer to myself, and then.
Is that because you're standing further away from the ball?
I think so, yeah. I think so, because I'm further away, I pull it in and then chuck it out.
All right, Glenn, that's excellent. Thank you very much.